Hey, everybody. It's time to swing with Still Swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. In the Day family, we got a viral TikTok lady up, fellas. This lady met a gentleman she liked in Atlanta. And she went on a date that was not up to her standards. Okay. And this young lady was upset and so disappointed in the date, she came and made a TikTok video about it. All right, fellas, I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the expectations of this young lady on the date. And look, I'll tell you what I think about it along the way. Fellas, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you become a subscriber because y'all know I'll be bringing it. Fair use. Fair use, fellas. Let's take a walk with this lady through TikTok and listen to how her date went, and I'll give my assessment along the way.
Oh, that did not last very long. I thought since I was off tonight, I got invited somewhere. Cool, let me go. Like I haven't really been out in Atlanta since I moved here to Georgia. So it was just very lame. Like I feel like as a man, if you invite a woman anywhere, there should be a certain level of consideration for her comfort. And if you know me, you know, like, I don't play about, like, chivalry, like, opening my door, walking me to and from my car, like, getting up so I can sit down. I don't play. And it's like, I'm giving you some time to maybe get yourself together. But it gets to a point where it's just like, you a grown-ass man, and I'm a fucking lady. I'm not about to be teaching you how to fucking treat me.
Okay, she a effing lady, and she not about to effing teach him how to treat her. That's the language of a lady. That's the language of a nice young lady. Yeah, we know. And let me explain something to you, young lady. So you clearly took yourself to the date. If you had all of those standards for how he's supposed to behave on the date, you sure had all of those standards for the way you was going to get to the date, and you drove your own car to the date because you're walking back to it right now, all by yourself. All right, so which tells me something about you, young lady. Tell me you went on this date anyway because you don't have no other options. All right, you're getting up there in age. Nice looking lady, but listen, all the courting and all the stuff you desire from men, listen, he know exactly what he would spend the minute he see you. All right, he know exactly how much he would pay for you the minute he see
you. Like, I'm not doing that. Okay, so just a little backstory since now I'm in my car. I met a guy like 3 weeks ago, and he just randomly texted me earlier today, and he was asking me what was I doing. Today has been the first Saturday night I've had off in probably about 3 or 4 weeks. So he invited me out to this club. I looked up the club on Google and on TikTok, and I'm like, okay, it looks like a popping place, whatever. As I stated in my previous video, like, I have not been out in the nightlife since moving to Georgia, so I'm like, okay, let me give it a try. Even though I'm not a clubber at all. Like, I'm not a clubber. I don't drink a whole lot. I do not smoke at all. So nothing about this was up my alley, but I was like, let me just give it a shot. First red flag.
No, she didn't just give it a shot. All right, she wasn't doing nothing. All right, she was bored out of her mind, and she ain't have other options. She ain't have nobody else, all right, offering anything. All right, and still, even though her life like this, watch what she expect.
When I pulled up, I called him because I'm like, hey, where did you park? Like, where should I park? Etc., etc. So he was like, I parked on the street. See if you can find street parking, before you go ahead and pay for parking. First red flag, because if you invite me out, why I got to pay for my parking?
Yeah, but you see, she didn't bail out. All right, now all of this stuff going on, fellas, that she don't go for, but she going for all of it. What that tell you? He was cute. She like him. And and this ain't the first time she ever had to do none of this. That ain't her normal expectations. That's what she get on here and tell women. You notice they all say this and then go for some sucker stuff that they feel like is beneath them. No, because they ain't getting no opportunities. You see, she getting up there in age. She moved to Atlanta recently, all right, to be a city girl. That's why they all moved to Atlanta this old, to do nothing. All right, she heard it's popping there.
So I ended up finding street parking cool. Why you ain't come get me from my car? Second red flag.
Now, fellas, what would make her think he would come get her from her car? He didn't even bring her to the date, offer her a ride to the date, didn't pay her parking. Listen, he ain't thinking about her for real. All right, and this in her mind, she giving him, she telling herself she giving him a chance. No, she like him. All right, she like him, and he don't like her as much. All right, because he decided what he'd pay for you a long time ago, and you seeing what he willing to pay for you.
Now I'm walking to the entrance, right? Mind y'all, I just said that I called him, so he knew that I was here and that I was looking for parking. Tell me why by the time I get up there, now mind you, it probably was like 15 minutes later. I get up there, he already in the club. If I just called you and you know I was here and you were standing outside when I called you, why would you go in the club without me? Why would you go in the club without me?
She still went in the club. All right, he doing all of this stuff that she don't normally go for. And then this an awful lot of stuff, ain't it, fellas? Let me tell you why it's a bunch of cat. All right, she ain't been doing nothing. She ain't been going nowhere. She ain't been getting no offers. All right, fellas, she getting up there in age. All right, nice looking lady. All right, but you see what she expect? She expects some dude who just met her to, pull out all the stops for her. And in return, she just going to give him whatever she feel like giving him for it. Girl, you dreaming. You dreaming maybe when you was in your 20s. But you in your 30s, all that chivalry over with. We think you should be ready to go. We think you old enough to be able to take care of yourself.
So I text him like...
And fellas, I'm not saying that some of the stuff, because I ain't saying he wrong. I'm just saying I wouldn't have done it like that. I would have made sure she got to the club and they had to worry about none of that. All right, if I invited her there. But that don't mean the next man gonna feel like he need to do that. And he not wrong for not wanting to do that. He don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of them dudes. That's on me. If I decide later I don't like you, all right, whatever, I'll take the L. But some men ain't taking it. All right, and this guy decided when he met you, he wouldn't do much for this. He's not going to go out of his way to try to impress you, no matter what you don't want to, what you want to make it up in your mind to be. It's that this as far as he going. He not about to go out of his way to try to impress you, because that means you don't have nothing he want that bad.
I'm standing outside the club. He texts me back, not as quickly as I would have liked him to. And that's another thing. Like, if you know you invited somebody, you know I'm here, you know I was looking for parking, then you know I'm about to come.
Ladies, I know I sound rude sometimes, right? But I'm direct. That's the only way I know how to be. I ain't rude. I ain't nice. You know what I mean? I ain't none of that. I'm just direct. I'm fair. All right. And I'm telling you, that guy, the minute he laid his eyes on her, he figured, listen, if it ain't going to be too much trouble, I'll spank it, but I ain't about to drop nothing on it. He ain't going to invest nothing in this. All right. And you see her mindset? She expecting everything for nothing. He made the right decision.
In there, like, be paying attention to your phone, bro. It's not that, like, I'm trying to, like, this is why. So he finally texts me like, okay, I'm finna come outside. He comes outside. I see him come out the door. He looking around like an idiot, right? So I see him pull out his phone and he's like on the phone. So I'm like, okay, maybe he calling me. My phone ain't ringing. So then I see him hang up the phone and it's like he texting. So I'm like, okay, maybe he texting me. I don't get no text message. I don't know who that man was reaching out to. I don't know.
He was reaching out to the chick he really wanted to be in the company of. All right, you was probably the backup plan. All right, and he wasn't going to do much. And I'm not saying that was the case. All right, but you noticing all of this and you still on the date, which tell me, your life ain't doing too well. All right, usually women your age not doing too well on the dating scene. They all complaining like this. All right, you won't get it. Y'all don't listen to men because y'all don't like what y'all hear. So y'all think because y'all don't like it, it's not true. And if y'all just keep screaming what y'all screaming, we eventually going to accept this. No, we value the things men have always valued. You're not going to come and change it and make us start valuing what you want us to value. Some rebel with all this goddamn mouth and all these expectations with no expectation of herself except that she show up. All right, it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Men, we got our own expectations. All right, and you need to meet them because we don't give a damn what your expectations are. We care about our expectations being met.
Something was wrong with his phone. So then we finally go inside the club, and it's a nice club. It's definitely one of them like section type of clubs because it's sections all throughout the floor. So it's just lame and it's awkward and it's like we not even really talking. Like, and then he asked me, right? He was like, "Do you want to drink?" So I say, "Yeah." I assume, because this is typically how it is, if you ask a lady if she want to drink and she says yeah, I'm assuming that he was going to go to the bar and give me a drink. That's not what happened. So we wait like 30 minutes for the bottle to come out. That is so lame to me.
Gotta be her way. He needed to go to the what? You getting a free drink. You in the club chilling. You ain't getting ready to leave. You that thirsty that you needed to drink right then and there. All right. Well, if that's the case, you should have went and got your own drink. All right. If it was that serious and you was desert thirsty like that. All right. Everybody else was cool with waiting for the bottles. All right. You needed to get extra special for you. And he don't see you like that. And it don't matter how you see yourself. If you can't get him to see you like that, you on a date with him with all these expectations of him. He got expectations of his own. All right. Of his own. And he ain't going to care nothing about what your expectations are. He care about what his expectations are.
Like, then he checking in with me here and there like, oh, yeah, it's kind of dead right now. Like, these other girls in the section lame. Like, I don't even know all these other people in the section, etc., etc., etc. I don't care about the other people in the section. I don't really care about the other people in the section because they're not the ones who invited me. Like, you invited me out. I feel like I'm your responsibility. Like, you supposed to be making sure I have a good time.
Listen. He was making sure you have a good time to the capacity he felt, not to the capacity you felt. All right. He figured you wasn't doing much. He'd get you out and, see your vibe and listen to the way you coming off. So I can tell how snotty you was probably acting. At that point, he was turned off. All right, you trying to act like he ain't doing enough and he need to be doing more and he don't even know you. All right, he don't move to the beat of your drum. That ain't gonna happen. Young lady, y'all got life and BS mixed up. Y'all get to watching this internet and you start capping. This some cute guy. All right, some cute guy who not that interested in her. She an older woman. She gonna visit this problem a lot. They ain't gonna be willing to invest much. That's why she could walk around free willy-nilly nowadays, and men just let her roam for months without even hollering at her. It ain't used to be like that when she was young. All right. She couldn't even make it down the street. She can make it down the street just fine now, all by herself. All right. She get one here and there. All right. But usually they ain't hitting on nothing. They want to Netflix and chill. At least this dude asked her to come out. Right. This dude asked her to come out and hang out. He ain't agreed to spend all his goddamn money on you. And I'm sorry that that's what you ladies equate dating with, that he about to spend a whole bunch of money on you. All right, trying to impress you. Listen, regularly how dating go, yeah, you know, I believe it's the man's job to take care of you. All right, if I asked you out on a date, yeah, I would take care of you. I would make sure, but that don't mean he feel like that. Because later on or in the night, if I decide, no, I ain't messing with this, because once you start acting like that, I ain't got time for you. All right, you're going to get the cold shoulder, and I just take the L. All right, and I'm sure that's probably what ended up happening.
You supposed to be making sure I'm comfortable. So then the bottles finally come out. They had 2 bottles of Don Julio Repo. You know, everybody get a shot. The bottle girl pour everybody a shot. The first bottle gone like that. So one of the other guys in the section, he cracked open the second bottle. And I guess the girls he invited, he asked them if they wanted a shot. They said, yeah, he poured them up another shot. I'm waiting for the nigga who invited me to ask me if I want another shot and pour me up. That never happens.
Why, fellas? Why that never happened? They not his drinks, probably. Number one. And he can't offer you some drinks he ain't put nothing to. All right, maybe. Or number 2, he ain't doing much for you. All right, from minute 1 when he met you, what I'm thinking it is. All right, because he ain't do nothing, didn't even come and pick you up, didn't offer to send you a ride. Nothing. He made no effort at all. You made all the effort and sitting here talking about you used to us. No, you used to doing nothing and you was happy to get to be doing something. And instead of acting like it, you act like a damn fool and act like this man owed you something for thinking you was attractive, or at least attractive enough that he would try to get to know you. All right. But he decided from minute 1, he wasn't going there for you. He wasn't doing all of this to get what nothing you had. All right.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go. And it's not, like I said, I'm not even a big drinker. Like, I'm not even the type of girl that is like, oh, it's free liquor, I gotta give me some liquor. It's the principle.
Yeah, baby girl, I feel you. But we men, and we got our own principles. All right. And we consider them first. We consider our principles above yours. All right. And we don't give a damn what your principles is if they don't align with ours. All right, you ain't got no way of making this man do shit. That's why you drove yourself there. That's why you found your parking. That's why you found your way to the front door all by your goddamn self, and you found your way back to the car the same way. All right, you had one drink and you got yourself out. And listen, fellas, her life ain't going like that. That's why she went. That's why she went for all of this. She ain't been doing nothing. She get a chance to do something, and that's what she expect. She meet him and forget all about that her dating life been hell. She forget all about that and get straight to making sure she get on his goddamn nerves with all of this entitlement. Guess what? Guess who don't think you entitled to nothing? Man, not nothing I earned. You see, because I ain't get it just by being attractive. I had to go get it. I gotta get up and get my ass out there. So you think because that's how you got it, that's how men should give it away? No, that's how we do when we really want it. When we really want her, we go after her. She in her 30s, because she every bit in her mid to late 30s. All right. Listen, men ain't going for this. They ain't gonna do none of this. You see all of them on here with these same complaints, and I keep trying to tell them they won't get a clue. At your age, you're supposed to be ready to go. All right, it's hard to believe in a woman your age, and that's why. You got all these expectations, you don't offer much. All right, you just keep expecting. and expect it and expect it. And guess what? We got our own expectations. And when you don't meet them, we ain't going to be tripping. All right. We're going to keep it moving. All right. Like